In this episode, we will receive some really ancient treasures and see the transformative power of the saints. We're on the way to have darshan of Govind Dev Ji, and we hope we are still in time because there's different timings what they put on the internet. This deity, like many others, were brought to Rajasthan at the time for the protection against the Muslim invaders. Guruji has told the story that when the king was asked to give the deity back after the difficult times, the king has said, well, I have accepted Krishna as my guest here, and I will definitely not send him away. If he wants to leave Jaipur, he's free to go, but I will not send him away. So we drove towards the temple. In the end, I got down from the car and took a rickshaw. I asked the rickshaw driver how much it was, and he just smiled at me and said, go, go. So I ran towards the temple, and sadly, I was too late. I couldn't get the darshan of Govind Dev Ji this time. Still, I have tried, and I will definitely come back. The only one worth missing is him. The only one worth shedding tears is him. We run and we do things in this world, we forget often about him. So may he bless us that we never forget about him, that he's always number one. Now we are on the way to Dadu Dayal, which they have promised us to organize something. So we have another 2 hours drive now, leaving Jaipur and driving back in the direction we came from. So we have reached now Dada Dayal's ashram and called our contact person, and he said we should meet somebody in there, so let's see what we get. We met our contact person. And we were more than happily surprised that they have actually arranged the Charam Padikas from Dadu Dayal.
ये उनकी जो चरण पादुका है जो पुरानी हमारे पास में 4 पीस हैं, जिसमें एक तो हमारे जो निज मंदिर जो है उसमें पूजा के अंदर है, तो वो तुम्हारा श्री का भाई तो बहुत धन्यवाद आपका। विराज।
So we just got the Charan Padikas from Dadu Dayal. They had 2 pairs here, and Maharaj helped convince the this place for the ashram will himself. This Padikas 400 years. 453 years old. Now go to Germany.
We're going now to the temple where they have the Dadu Vani, the scriptures that were written by him. And this tree here is where his disciples did their sadhana. There's 4 disciples that have their samadhi here. So that's the temple, and here they're constructing a new museum there. So he's saying that under the first cloth, obviously his Dadu Vani is there, what he wrote. And below that, also his clothes are there. So normally in the morning when at 7 o'clock when they have the morning prayers, then they open it and have like show for darshan. So people can have darshan.
This made our day. We just got the Padukas of Dayu Dayal, which is a very, very great saint in the 1500s. And also Guruji is very happy about it because, yeah, also amongst the saints, there is different levels. There's saints and saints. Obviously everybody who is seeking and who is aspiring and who develops love for God is in India considered a saintly person, but then there's obviously the real saints who have transcended everything and who are in this eternal love relationship with God. Like, yeah, there's many different levels. So Dayu Dayal was definitely one of the great ones. Like the man told us the story how he gave darshan of the Ras Leela to one of his disciples, and many more stories happening, or many more miracles have been happened around Dayu Dayal. That's why he is still venerated after 500 years, and yeah, we are very happy to bring his blessings to the ashram in Germany, so that many people can get darshan of his Charan Padukas. It was a long ride, and as I told you already, Jatila can make up some time during the rides. Also on this ride from Jaipur to Jodhpur, he was making up some good time till the police stopped us.
I'm just checking. I'm just putting it in front. I'm just putting the car in front.
We have been stopped by the police because of speeding. So far he's laughing. Let's see if we are laughing after they have finished with us. So?
We negotiated. We continue.
Satisfied young man. Some work in the meantime. I have 2 screens. In one is a meeting, in the other one trying to edit a little bit the next video. So we're not getting bored. At night we arrived at Jodhpur, and I must say the first impression was a bit shocking because it was really dirty. So far this city has not impressed us. We are on one road, which is the market road. It's super dirty, there's a lot of traffic, and now we just have to see how we can get to our hotel. And yeah, we have to turn. Sorry, because we drove to the market and there was also some celebration and remembrance of the king, if I remember right. They're all waiting. They're all looking very happy. I don't know if it is just Jodhpur, but it seemed like a big labyrinth and definitely not made for cars. It is made for motorcycles and maximum rickshaws. These narrow roads, it was really an adventure to go through them, and I had to keep my breath a few times. We arrived at this beautiful Haveli hotel, which was at a very low cost, but immensely beautiful. 300 years old building, and you feel like you are transferred into another time zone. We had a good night, and the next day we planned to travel to Ramdev Pir, which is a very great saint, considered also an avatar of Krishna. Good morning. We have Jodhpur, and we're going to have darshan of Chamunda Devi, which is up on the fortress. We're going to look for some saints around here. Drive to Ram, Dev, Pir, Ram Dev Pir, the left. And yeah, so see that. So there's handprints here in the fort. Jatilananda will explain us now what they are. Jatila?
So when the king was defeated here, the wives and the close mistresses of the king, they always have a part of the palace where they would leave their handprints before they kill themselves, basically. It's called Johar, like Sati, where they go and burn themselves. So the wives and the close mistresses would always leave their handprints before they die.
And they do so because if the king is defeated, obviously the other king will come, and well, they prefer the fate of ending their life than being under the control of the next king to come, or of the next emperor or whatever. Before we go to the long drive to Ramdev Pir, we found one place here, Siddhanath Temple, Chopasni, and we see what is there. Couldn't find the place, so we saw Baba on our Vespa. So we're following.
He's hitting those curves like
Baba on the Vespa. He's like racing.
Look at him hit those curves.
It's like on the mountain rally. This must be Piaggio from Italy. Yeah, it's just that's right. So we are not allowed, or we shouldn't drive in there apparently. And that's why we have to walk now. And I think the ashram is up there on the stairs. Like, you see the stairs over there? Walk up there. On the way, we met a person which revealed to be a devotee of Nepali Baba, which was one of the great saints which has lived up on this mountain. Be filled with water. Yes, everything will be filled with water. He took really good care of us. He showed us the ashram. He explained us everything. We went to the different samadhi places of Narayan Maharaj, the first founder, and Nepali Baba, his guru. And different other saints which have their samadhi up there. He brought us to the first cave where there's a Swayambhu Shiva Lingam, a self-manifested lingam, where Nepali Baba was in the beginning praying. Then he brought us down to the cave where Nepali Baba was normally sitting and had his dhuni. There we sat for quite some time, and Rajnathvar shared his experiences with his guru, and it was just moving.
I used to stay in Abu Road. It is a 270
Near Mount Abu.
near Mount Abu. So I had a business and factory there. So a lot of times I had some problems there, and I never used to ask him what will happen. But it used to be in my heart. So immediately he used to write. He generally used to write. People are sitting here, then everybody is talking about Ramayana or something like that. Say when you are not discussing it and not giving the right reply of some further, then he used to write the meaning of that thing, or what is the idea of this sloka. So one side it used to be the meaning of that sloka, and other side my problem solution. So many times. I never used to tell him when this has happened. One day some sadhu came to my place and he said, he wanted some money. And I had one ashin, because he had come to that factory. So I had a ashin for him. So, and my table was just near that. So he said, he started talking me a lot of things. Then he said that in your factory, if you dig, there is a pile of money. So, and Baba also told, yes, but you don't do this thing. Never go for the money. So I said, okay. And then he told me that I just told him, don't talk all these things. I don't need any money and all that. Well, you don't know, I know everything and यहाँ पे क्या है क्या नहीं है. Then you will come to me and you will beg, and then I won't help you. I said, okay, you go. I don't need your help. Then he became curious. He said, मैं तुमको श्राप दे दूँगा. Cursing.
I will curse you.
Then I said, okay, now go and crush me. I don't dare. I said, okay, you go. I said, earlier I had offered him 100 rupees or something like this. Then I said, I will not give you a single penny and just get out of this place. Humbly I told him that this time my guru says that I should pay you this money, and I have only this money to offer you. But he started making stories and all this. So I just forgot. But things lies in your mind now. I think sadhu shraap de dega. So I was sitting here like a fool in front of Babaji. Then he had written on the slate, साधु कभी श्राप देता नहीं. जो श्राप देता है वो साधु नहीं.
Yes.
Sadhus don't curse.
Never curse. And the ones who curse are not sadhus.
I'm sitting 300 kilometers away and every information what he was getting was great. And my relationship with him was something like a foolish son. He used to teach me a lot of things. He used to. I thought I got ample of time. I will take Gyan afterwards. I never asked him anything about the spirituality. But he gave me everything.
You could feel how his guru has changed his life, how he has transformed him. And that obviously reminds me of Guruji and how much he has transformed me and how much he has given me. This is just the best thing, like to meet Guru Bhaktas and share about the love for the Master. It's just beautiful. And you see, like he said, tantric people come here, many people who seek blessings for material things, powers and whatever. They all didn't succeed because the real master, what he wants to give, like I asked him, what did he teach you? What is the main teaching, even though he was mourning? What was his answer?
Love.
The day seems to go completely differently than we planned. We should be since long on the road to Ramdev Pir, which is still a 3 hours drive or even more. But we are still in Jodhpur and now we are waiting till the Mahamangaleshwar, the person in charge of the ashram we just visited, finishes rest, to meet him and to explain him about the project. Went to the city, went to the temple and waited to have a meeting with the Mahant. Finally we met the Mahant, we explained him everything and he could organize for us a bag of one of the saints of this tradition. To be honest, we were not fully satisfied because we heard so much about Nepali Baba and Narayan Maharaj that we really wanted to bring their blessings also to Germany, but I'm still confident that those blessings, that those relics will come to us through our contact, through Harshnatvar. In the end it got really late and we changed completely our plan. We went back to our hotel and stayed another night in Jodhpur to have a fresh start the next day. But that is another story. Jai Gurudev.